Capricorn, hello, good afternoon, welcome. So, I have messages and we're gonna get started. But before we do, I smoke, I curse, I reference and speak of God because that's who I believe in and I pray to, and there will be noise in the background of my videos. So, if any of those things don't work for you, click the little X button in the top right corner and skedaddle, go find yourself a more suitable reader. If you choose to stick around, well, then thank you, welcome. So, not gonna waste your time, gonna get right into it. And I before I even start that, I gotta tell you, I have like a really special place and high regard and admiration for these readers who do the zodiac readings monthly plus the regular readings. I don't know how they get these done. We're like the 21st day of the month and I'm finally getting your reading done. So yeah, it may be because I believe that we're all the signs. Like, we have all the signs in our chart, so what's the point of doing the zodiacs? It might be that, but I really feel like y'all each get messages. Sometimes they coincide with another, and sometimes they don't. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. All right, Capricorn. 7:38 a.m. They talk the most in the morning, get on your nerves, nervous energy, cackling hags, mom and aunt. Child. I put, so nervous energy right underneath it, I put child, and cackling hags, I put underneath it mom and aunt and wrote up. So it feels like the dynamic of living with someone as a dependent, i.e. a child, and the person they live with that they are dependent on, the parent, has a close friend or family member staying there too, and wake up to them talking shit about the others. One of which you like love and feel cannot speak up. Not supposed to know or bullied into not speaking. Okay, so this is like kid lives with mom, sees dad on the weekends. Mom has a sister or somebody who stays in the house with them, or they stay with the mom's sister, their aunt. And the child wakes up in the morning to hear these women talking bad about their father, but the child can't speak up or say anything because as their mother and their aunt, it can't be disrespectful. They live with them. They're a child. They have to stay in a child's place, i.e. all those things. Which would lead them into feeling like they're not supposed to know stuff that the adults are speaking about, and would make them feel like they're bullied into not speaking because they feel like they can't. They feel like they have to stay in a child's place. But the adults in the area are not thinking about the child. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, Capricorn, if you are one of those people who speaks negatively about your child's other parent, but y'all gotta understand that you put the child in a position when you do stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily hurt the other parent. It doesn't necessarily hurt you. It hurts that child. You leave that child conflicted, and then they have to grow up to decipher or to discern who is the one in the right. And how do they do that? Because in every situation, there's three sides. One side, the other side, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. So how do you put a kid in the middle like that? Because you want to negatively speak about somebody else that they love. That's just fucked up. Anyway, let's move on. Chaotic, sirens, quiet silence, back to normal. Hope not psychotic break, but normal reminded me or of Norman Bates. And I didn't write of, I wrote or. Me or Norman Bates. Who's crazier? I don't know. Strange, Stranger Things, non-believer, too far out. Far out totally, dude. Airhead, surfer, happy, hippie. I wrote hippie. Hippie idiot, categorized but not, had you fooled. I said what I said. Moving, sounds like changing living situations because too much chaos within or surroundings of the end. Surfer, idiot, hippie, categorized but not, had you fooled. I said what I said, moving. So this is like somebody said, I said what I said, I'm moving. So if this isn't a kid situation, like, and this is like, I don't know, could be like a grown kid came back to stay with their mother. their mother and their aunt are talking bad about, I don't know, like, say it was like the husband gets a divorce, or a couple breaks up, and the son goes back to the mom's house. He wakes up to the mother and the aunt talking shit about the woman. And it might not have been like the woman's fault they broke up. What if he cheated on this? It's like the situation like he cheats on the girl and he goes to live with his mom because the girl kicks him out. And he wakes up and the mom and the aunt are talking about his girl. Like she was a piece of shit and just throwing her all the way under the bus. And he still has feelings for this broad and he knows that he's the one who fucked up. So he feels a way about it. And it comes to a point where he fucking bugs out. And when he says something and bugs out, they get silent. Complete silence. And then they act like everything is normal. Like nothing ever happened. Like they weren't just talking shit about her. Like he didn't just fucking spaz on them. And he feels like he doesn't want to deal with this. And he's moving. Sounds like changing living situations because too much chaos within or surroundings of the end. It's the end of that shit. Arguments, disputes, moving out, moving on, the end. That was all the channeled messages I had, which was wild because I want to say every other sign gave me at least 3 pages of messages. You gave me 1.5. Maybe this is a situation that you don't want to be in, you don't want to discuss, you're not happy about, you don't want anybody else to know about, and that's why there wasn't much there. Maybe this is a situation that you're completely fucking done with, and that's why there wasn't much there. But I already pre-shuffled, and I pray when I pre-shuffle, and I'm going to shuffle again now so you don't feel like, you know, it's the okie doke. That's just how I give it up. We're going to get you some cards and see where we're at, Capricorn. I feel like I saved you for last, and it's got to be the shortest. That's some bullshit. See what I mean when I say there'll be noise in the background of videos? That's not even close yet. They're like 3 blocks away still. Isn't it nice to live in a place where people still think that their shitty bass vibrating the windows of their car makes the shit sound good? Bro, get you a real system. It doesn't matter if it's loud. It just matters if it sounds right. And that muffled old shit does not sound right. I don't know, Capricorn. I don't know why I felt the need to complain to you. I ain't complained to nobody about that shit. Maybe you agree. Maybe you know somebody who needed to hear that. Your system sounds like shit. Tell him. My tarot reader said so. They really gonna think you're crazy, Capricorn. Alright, what do we got for Capricorn here? For May, for the rest of May. What do we have for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know at this time? What do we have for Capricorn? Hopefully those channeled messages are only for a certain few, and the rest of you are going to have some amazing weeks ahead. I don't know. We gonna see. What do we have for Capricorn? And why did I just shuffle like that? My left hand just stopped. It said, no, I'm not shuffling. You could do it all on your own, right? You might say that to somebody who thinks they're always right. You know what's right. You're always fucking right. You do that shit on your own. I'm out. Alright, what do we have for Capricorn, please? For May? Okay, let's get our inner square, though. For Capricorn for May. Let me stop shuffling. I keep asking them and I keep shuffling. They like, how are we supposed to give you the cards if you won't shuffle? If you won't stop shuffling and cut? Okay, what are we doing here? It doesn't matter which way they come out, if they come out. If they like half come out, they have to pop for me to take them. I don't take them unless they pop. So if they just flip or move around in my hand and stay in my hand, I don't take them. I feel like you gotta show me something. I feel like that right there is a channel message. Somebody wants to come back, but they're gonna have to show you something. They're gonna have to show you that things have changed. They're gonna show you that they're different. Something's gotta change. Something's gotta give, is what I just heard. Alright, so here's your inner square, Capricorn. Your inner square is your destiny, your fate, you. And your outer square that we're about to get is your external influences, external forces, or things that could affect your inner square. External influences, things outside of you that could possibly affect you and your behavior and your actions. What do we have for Capricorn's outer square, please? What do we have for Capricorn's outer square? I feel rushed. I feel like I gotta hurry up. But then I also feel like I'm not putting in enough time for this video. I feel like it's gonna be short, which is weird. It's like you might be rushing to do something and it comes out like half-ass short. The person you did the thing for might notice that you didn't put in a lot of effort to it, or you didn't have a lot of time to put into it. It's got the color green out of nowhere. I don't know why. So outer square for Capricorn, please. Something's trying to influence you heavy. Something external to you is trying to have an impact on you. Outer square for Capricorn, please. And whatever it is, it's moving silently and sneakily and quietly, but it wants to have a big impact on you. And things are out of order. You may be doing things out of order, like not the traditional order, not the way you normally do them. You may be reacting to things in a different way, like how you don't normally react. So somebody might be looking for a reaction out of you, and you might not be giving them the one that they're looking for. Thank you, Spirit. Holy Spirit, God, thank you. They just gave me all the cards without me even having to ask them for one more. Like, they gave me the exact amount of cards for both. So something may be really precise in your life at this time. Calculated. Precise. You might be like, I'm hearing incisive precision. But you may be executing something like extracting something with excise precision. I don't know. I feel like I was just talking to a doctor, a surgeon, or something of that sort. Do doctors watch tarot? Oh, I guess. Anyway, Capricorn, give me a second to look at your inner square before I give you the full to do about it. There seems to be a lot going on. The first thing, the main, is the truth. There's some kind of conflict, dispute, argument over the truth. It could be the truth is being revealed to you. It could be people are arguing because they want to continue to keep this truth from you. But there's some kind of dispute, arguments, fights over the truth. That's the heart of the reading here. Before I even looked at anything else, that's what that is. Somebody might get shot. This might get that bad. I've used these cards since 2021, around there. And I use these cards all the time. You see in the middle of that card? That little Cupid? I always seen the little cherub sitting there, but I never seen him shooting that bow and arrow. they're gonna shoot for this person's head. So if you know anybody who can be in a situation like that, where they're in danger of anything like that, this is like an ongoing beef. This isn't something that they just randomly pop up and see somebody and shoot them. This is an ongoing beef between people. If you know of somebody who's in a conflict like that, who they could possibly, people who live that life. People who don't live that life don't run into shit like this. Sometimes they do unexpectedly, but that's what was in the stars for them. But this isn't that. This is somebody who's in a beef with somebody. So this might be your boyfriend, your husband, your baby daddy, your ex. I don't know, Capricorn. Let me get off that, because I don't. Every time I just want to get off that, if y'all don't mind. Because right over there, and then I just looked up and seen the coffin. So I'm just gonna say it like this: my condolences. All right, my condolences. And it seems like this is somebody that you love, but it might have been somebody that you love that did you dirty in the past. Somebody that you had love for in the past, that you really, really wanted, that it probably didn't work out with, or maybe there's a person who has past enemies that catch up with them. The enemies could have been from 8 to 10 years ago. Could be in their early 40s right now. This beef could have been from when they were in their early 30s. It could have been over a past female. That's how this beef got acquired. I don't know if she set him up or what. Or this is you, Capricorn. I don't like to think that the people I read for would be into some real foul, shady shit like this. But I can't say who I read for. You know what I mean? All I will say is that I don't agree to this. I don't agree in taking people's lives. Vengeance is the Lord's. So I'm going to just say that and then keep the reading into the rest. What the fuck is this? This is something that you know. A truth that you've known. It's not a good truth. Could be about yourself, but it's a truth that you've known for quite some time and you don't share with anybody. Nobody knows that you know this truth. You do. I don't know how, if it's not your truth, I don't know how how you could know if it's not your truth, except for the fact that you just know. You just have a knowing. But this is something that you know. You know it because of your intuition and your intellect. You're smart. Your past experiences of life. That's how you know. And you knew this. You knew when this truth would come out that shit was going to be really bad. And you knew that it was not going to end well for this person, that was keeping this truth. So if it's you that's keeping this truth, you know it wasn't going to end well for you. If it's your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mama, your uncle, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know it wasn't going to end up well for them. There's some shady shit that somebody did that's coming back to them. This is a karmic person. This snake-like individual is a karmic person. And they communicated this. Or you communicated this. This is like a setup. Could be same sex between women. I have 9 cards here, right? 9, you see? Out of 9 cards, I have 3 8s and 2 6s and 2 queens. And if I count the 6 on the number card, because this is the number 6 card, you have 3 6s. This is somebody doing you really fucking dirty and you knowing that their shit is gonna catch up to them later. This is you doing somebody else really dirty, them doing you dirty and you're setting them up back. And shit not going well at all. At the fuck all. Could be over a childhood home. This truth could be that somebody took a childhood home from you. Somebody you love left it to you, but you were a kid. And the person who was responsible for your guardianship after this person passed, that person orchestrated some shit and took the house. And you never even knew. And this person is turning over in their grave till this day because they're not taking care of the house. And nothing has been going right for them ever since they did this. This could have been 8 years ago. The person who did it could have been 44. The person who died could have been 44. This person who died could have died when you were like 6, maybe 5. Well, this is like a real shady bitch setting up a dude and then raising the setting up her baby daddy to die and then raising the kid. Ain't nothing gonna go right for you, ma'am. I don't even feel right calling you ma'am. Ain't nothing ever gonna go right for you. Not for the next 8 years, not for the next 18 years, not for the next 18 lives, you fucking dirty whore. The woman who set this up, who orchestrated this, she is a miserable person. She I can't even speak, bro. I'm so utterly disgusted that I can't even fucking get the words out. There's somebody like, this is like a mother setting her son up. It's like, I can't think of anything worse. Like, this person was supposed to love you and nurture you and care for you. And because of her past, her jaded fucking past, whether it be decisions she made or the people she hooked up with and how they treated her, life experiences, turns her into I can't even stomach this. Maybe this is why your reading was last, Capricorn. A person who shoots them or the person who sets this up, somehow or another, they're going to get locked up. You're going to jail. A spiritual jail, a physical jail. If I were you, I'd pick physical jail, bitch, because spiritual jail is going to be a lot worse and you fucking deserve it. Or the woman who orchestrated this gets spiritual jail, and the person who does the murder gets, the person who does the shooting and kills the person gets, I don't even think I could say half these things that I just said. Capricorn, I think I'm going to start your video over. I think I am. Because this is pretty, like I said, and I don't think I could say half the things I said. So I might have to start over. Or wait, do they just like demonetize me or something? But I'm not monetized anyway, so does it really matter? I don't know. They may not air this though, Capricorn. I don't know. I'm a give it to you straight kind of person, so I'll leave it. But when I go to do the video check, I'm be big mad if they don't let me to play this. So, being said, let's get back into it. You may feel boxed in. A truth may be revealed to you, and you may feel like caged in. Like, a truth could be revealed to you, and you might not be in a financial position to move out. You could find out your husband is cheating, and you want to fucking leave, but financially, you don't know how you would possibly do that. You may not have support. Not everybody has support, family members and people that they can call on. You know what I mean? And I know that for some of you, that's like unbelievable. You're like, no, they have to have somebody. Everybody has somebody. No, some people don't have anybody, and that's the fucking truth. And I speak that not only from firsthand experience, but from other people that I've witnessed. It's not just me who didn't have any help, who didn't have any fucking support. I know other people. And let your family tell it, oh, we've supported them the entire way. Have you though? Is this the way you support them? You understand? Whatever this truth is, it stems from early childhood. Like, either before you were born, when you were really young. And it seems like it's been covered from you. Like, it's been held back from you this entire time. And that the people who have been holding it back from you are aware that it's only knew that it was only a matter of time before you discovered it, before you uncovered the truth, before you figured out who you are, is what I just heard. And stepped into your position. So, fuck around, these people took a house, right? And now you're old enough and you find out that the house is supposed to be yours. And you get it. And it's not going to be in great shape. It's fucked up. It's going to take you years to repair the damage that they've caused. But until whatever this truth is, when it comes out, there's nothing, this person is not going to be able to, they're just going to experience, the people who kept this from you, the people who started this shit, because their intentions were so fucking disgusting from the very beginning, they're not going to have peace in their life. They're going to experience illness and loss, and that's what they've been experiencing their whole life. They could be 56 years old. Could have been 13 when they took the house from you. And you would never even believe it. This is like a family member that you're going to be like, nah, not that person. That person would have never. Lots of fives out here. This shit is going to cause a lot of change. Like, Tower moment change, Uranus and Gemini change, which is like right the fuck now for the next 7 years. But that kind of change, like, and that's probably what's bringing this about. That's probably what's bringing this to light. Because it still doesn't show me that you see this. It shows to me that this is blocked from you. Your family blocked it from you. They might have blocked it from you, but they didn't know why they blocked it from you. It wasn't like they knew, but then they had this epiphany moment where they realized, oh, that's why I felt like I needed to block them from that. They're going to be successful. They're going to be this. They're the generational curse breaker. There's no way I'm going to allow that. Some of them, they knew that you were the curse breaker, and that's why they blocked you. For some of you, this is going to, you know how this is going to get revealed? Blurt it out. Like in casual conversation, they're going to reveal something that and it's going to be something real fucking small and minuscule, but you're going to catch it. And then you're going to question something, and they're going to be like, their reaction, their face expression, their body language, the way they tense up as soon as you ask that question before they even answer you is going to give you the answer, and you're already going to know. And for some of you, it's going to be that person who passes down the road. You know, people say, well, truth comes to light, right? My kid's father used to tell me that all the time. The irony in that is that the truth did come to light, but it wasn't my truth, it was his. Decades down the line. But anyway, I digress. But all truth comes to light, right? So this is the truth coming to light. And when it finally comes to the surface and is brought to the light, this person's not going to be able to handle their karma. They might actually take their own. Their husband's going to leave, or wife. They're going to feel like they have no friends. As they shouldn't, though. Look at the shady shit that they do. We're also going to get some bad news about a love situation. So it's not going to be something that you have to search for. It's going to come to you. The information is going to be given to you. Not intentionally, not like a Barbara versus Shirley, I'm calling you kind of shit, but the information is going to be revealed for you unintentionally. Like you didn't expect this person to be cheating on you, and you didn't have a clue. You didn't expect it. It surprises you. And for some of you, you're going to find out that everyone around you knew but you. You were the last one to know. And that's going to end a lot of friendships, families, connections, all kinds of connections. That's going to end a lot of connections for you, because you're going to feel like you fucking all knew. You all played in my face. This truth could be about how somebody died. Somebody died when they were young. This truth can be about how somebody died. They might have got shot and you might have not known. You might have thought like they just died of natural causes because you were a little kid and you didn't know, and the family just kept it from you. The secret might have been about how somebody died. This setup could be over money. The solace that I have for you in this Capricorn is that through all this madness, through all this deception, through all these lies, through all of this betrayal, you and your children, if you have any, are good. That's about the only thing that's going to be protected. Everything outside of you and your home, and I don't mean your physical home because you might share a physical home with these people, but if you don't share a physical home with these people, it's you and your physical home, your physical space, your not just physical space, your home, what brings you peace, what brings you solace. So for me, it's my children, right? Like when everything else fell apart, I had God and I had them. Like if I didn't have them, I used to tell God all the time, I don't know why I would be here. I don't know why I would want to continue on. I don't know what would give me the motivation to continue to fight, to live, like, if I didn't have them. So for me, it's my kids, you know what I mean? But, which ended up turning out to be a whole codependency on them. Yes, you can be codependent on your kids. I feel like I need to tell y'all that. But anyway, moving right along. The only thing that feels like home for you, that's the only thing that's safe. That's the only thing that's protected in all of this is you and whatever it is that makes you feel safe. So I'd say check your moon sign. And wherever your moon sign is, that's the safe shit. That's what's safe, because that's where you feel safe and that's where your emotions are. Is your moon. And although you're surprised, although this shocks you, there's this underlying, I fucking knew it. Like you're surprised and you're shocked, but in hindsight, when you go to think about it in hindsight, you're going to be like, I could have foreseen this. I should have foreseen this. Or I should have known. Somebody's going to pass. Fire sign. Again, my condolences. Could be about 35. This is somebody who started a new life, who like turned over a new leaf, but prior to doing that, they made some fierce enemies. Prior to that, they catch up on him. They catch up with him. They see him one day. This is the same thing. It's people, somebody in your family passed away and left you an inheritance. They kept it from you. They kept it a secret. knowing that one day the truth was gonna come to light and you find out about it. And they're fucking disappointed and it puts them into a grave. What they conceive as an early grave, but they should have been there with, I'm not gonna, what they perceive to be an early grave as if they didn't deserve it. Or somebody in their family. God forbid, y'all. Oh my gosh. The sins of the father. You people don't understand. You're like, oh, I can do whatever. Karma didn't come back to me. Yeah, no. It doesn't necessarily come back to you. It comes back to what you love. It comes back to you later down in the line when you finally find something or someone that you actually love. That's when the shit comes back to you. It's not going to come back immediate. It's not just going to turn around and smack you in the face. Yeah, sometimes it happens like that, but most of the time it doesn't. Especially when you do people the dirtiest. Karma comes back and you learn that lesson, the dirtiest one. I don't understand, y'all. Some of you guys have had a rough life, have had a hard, long journey. It gets better. But some of you, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it doesn't. Because whoever's involved, there's too much. There's way too much negativity, fuck shit. I have the scent. I have the coffin. I have the broken glass. I have the raptures, the snake, the birds, the mountains. And I have the railroad right next to 44, which is the broken glass, which signifies a serious accident. I feel like that's that setup gone wrong. Try to rob somebody and that shit goes wrong. I don't know what life some of you are into or the people that you know are involved in. But if you know anybody who's in the street life, I think it's time for you to separate from them. It's time for you to separate from them, seriously. Because the past always comes back. And it catches up with you. And I already told you that I seen that here when I read diagonally. I got the tower here. Hey. That's why I said the only thing that's safe is you and the things that make you feel like home. You want to know what it was about you from the very beginning that always bothered these people about you? It's your disposition, your light, your genuine ability to have joy, carry joy in your heart, your abundant mentality. And you always had morals, and you would convict them from being a child. When you were a child, you would give them this sense of conviction where they would feel convicted and it would make them upset. I feel like your mom felt like you were her enemy from when you were born, from when you were really little, which is weird. Sometimes I wonder about people. Some people, outside people, elders might be looking at you guys or the person that you're with like suspicious eyes. Like, I don't know how this person seems to avoid their karma or their destiny. You know how sometimes people would say, oh, you're not going to make it to be this age, you're not going to make it to be that age. They tell boys all the time, you'll be dead in jail by the time you're 25, blah, blah, blah. So this is a person who's not dead or in jail, and they have people looking at them based on the lifestyle that they're living, because that's why people say that to you. And they're wondering how they keep evading that. It's not their business. You shouldn't give a fuck about what other people are speculating. Fuck them. Let them be suspicious. Let them speculate whatever the fuck they want. They could put themselves in an early grave thinking about it. How about that? It's funny because my daughter has a teacher. And all the teachers there know me. I used to be a teacher there. And I don't teach anymore. I used to substitute. I don't. And so this one nosy teacher who likes to gossip about all the people and students in the building consistently asked my daughter, oh, what's your mom doing? Where's she teaching? Where's she been? So here we are, like almost at the end of the school year, and I got tired of her asking my daughter, so I told my daughter to tell her that my mother sells her butt on the corner, and to say it with a straight face and to walk away. And so I told her I'll be waiting for the CPS call. But like, this is that. Let them speculate. Let them wonder. Who the fuck gives a fuck? I really... For all of you who are not in that street life, because I know this can't be everybody, and who doesn't have a fucking family who like seeks to betray you, I still see a death here. And it's someone that you love, but they might have been sick, and you might have known that this was coming because they were ill. Like, you know what I mean? You might have had a terminal illness. And this is somebody that you love, and it's hard. It's hard to watch. This could be your mom. My condolences, Capricorn. If that's the case. For real. You don't know it. You don't know it. You might think you know all your mom's assets and stuff. But your mom has something, a little inheritance, a pretty penny for you saved away. And when she passes, you'll get it. It's going to surprise you. Going to put you in a position to get a house. Not going to be a big one, but a little one for you and your kids. To build a new future and new traditions. And I'm sorry, my condolences, I feel it so heavy. You might be 46. If this is your mom, she was single. You might be a single mom. Or this might be your dad. This might have been your dad. This might have been your mom keeping the fact that your father left you some money when you were a kid, and she spent it on the house that you guys live in, that you guys have been tearing up ever since. With the ship here right next to the coffin, there's no way you can tell me that that's an inheritance, because yeah, the ship means voyages, blah blah blah. But it also means inheritance, and it's right here next to the coffin. This person could have been 95, in which case you're not that sad that this person, it was inevitable. At 95 years old, this might have been your great-grandmother. So, you might have known that she was going to go, you know what I mean? And you might have had a really loving life with her. You know, it might have been estranged at a minute, but then you were able to spend some time with her. Or you were estranged altogether because your mother kept you away from her, and your mother thought that when she died she was going to leave all this shit to her, and she left it to you, and your mother's pissed off. And that's what she gets. Definitely. From, remember in the beginning of the channel messages, I was saying moving out, moving on. You definitely moving out, moving on. Those cackling hens in the beginning of the video could have been cackling, and you would have found that's what they were finding out. Since they like to talk, to chatter the most in the morning, they might have thought you were sleeping and let shit fly, and you go do some research and find out, and you move out or you kick them out, something. There's definitely a house, and inherited house, money, and a death, and secrets being revealed within the family. Somebody might have thought your spouse just married you for what you have. Somebody might have been with somebody because of what they had, and then this person dies and they find out that they didn't have shit. Again, good for you. I really feel the need to tell you, if you're around anybody who lives that life, this isn't somebody that you want to go out and travel and be around and run the streets with. This is somebody that you might want to separate from now so you could protect your heart. And I feel like that's really what I was guided to tell you. And be careful driving. If you're taking any trips, travels, be careful driving. Can't be careful if you're on a train or a plane, but you can definitely be vigilant. To be like a trip for two. Be careful who you get in a car with, who you let drive, who you let. It's not that. It's who you make plans with. Who you let make plans for you. Don't let people make plans for you. Make your own plans. Your gut, your discernment will tell you if you feel like something is off. I see the end of somebody's money too. So, for somebody, for the person who initiated all this fuck shit, for the person who was on the shady side of things, when this person dies, their money stops. When they die, so does this person's money. Yes, you get the inheritance, but that person, whoever initiated this whole thing, remember at the beginning I said it was probably a female who set it up? Her money stops. It dies. It dies with this person. Or him if it's a he who's involved. Because I don't have any masculine energy out here. And that's weird. I got 3 out of the 4 queens. Which one am I missing? Swords, Pentacles, and Hearts. So I have Cups. So Swords, Pentacles, and Cups. I'm missing the Queen of Wands. Huh. Guess you know who set you up. The one who wants to be the Empress but doesn't have the heart. As in the genuine heart. Who's too concerned with luxury. And what she has and how she looks. To care for others. So this is a selfish woman who has kids so she can get money from their fathers and doesn't really care about either of them. That means she has two. It's a woman with two kids who doesn't care about them. She only cares about the money that she receives from their father. I almost said fathers. And when he dies, her money stops. When he dies, so does her money. For some of you, this person who dies, you love them. It could be like that great-grandmother, great-grandfather thing that I was saying. You know what I mean? This is somebody that you really love, and you knew that they were going to pass sooner or later. You know what I mean? Because they were up there, they were ill, whatever the case may be. But this person, you maybe had to care for them, or maybe they took up a lot of time in your life, but they were blocking you from having your own life, having kids, having your own life, being soft, being in your feminine energy, being able to receive. And it wasn't because they were bad or anything. It was just because the weight and the burden of caring for them and watching them wither and knowing that eventually it was going to happen, that shit kept you on guard. It kept you up. It kept you blocked. It kept you from meeting people. It kept you from going out. It kept you, because you don't know, this person needs you, so you can't travel. You know what I mean? You can't go too far because what if they get sick or they're old? You understand what I'm saying? So this person was unintentionally blocking you from living your life. Which goes back to what I was saying earlier, how you can be codependent on your kids. So this could have been something that they didn't want to let you move on and live your life. So this person always felt like, I need you, I need you. Stay, stay. I can't find any other stories to pull out of this. Like, I tried to look for every positive aspect of everything. And I've given you every story I have here, Capricorn. And I'll be honest, the page and a half that I have for you of channel messages, the written channel messages, they were right in alignment with this, which is harsh. And I didn't do those channel messages today. That was like a week ago, 10 days ago that I did those channel messages for you. So to shuffle today and to get this now, it's like, dang. And I really feel like that's probably why I saved you guys for last, because I was not wanting to pick up on this energy. This is probably hard. Like, my condolences to you. And if you're involved in any way in all this fuck shit, we're just gonna say, I pray you get the day you deserve for the rest of your life and for all the eternal lives after. Capricorn, that has been your reading, my darling. Like I said, it wasn't great, and I'm sorry. I don't have nothing better for you right now. It is what it is, and I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. That's things that I will not do. Alright? Alright. So, I love you. Soon. Things will get better soon. Brighter days. You'll be able to anchor yourself, and you'll have loyal people around you. So, remember, with every ending is a beginning. With every ending is a new beginning. Okay? So through your darkest days, remember that the sun will come out and you will have bright days. Much love to you, Capricorn.